Mr. Romero,
Here.
Mr. Thorne,
Here.
Mr. Mayor.
Approval on the agenda. This meeting? Yes.
So the agenda is written.
Second.
I have a couple of questions on this. First, we're like into the third meeting here, and we've left a lot of things off. Some of these I tried getting added to the agenda, but I was refused because, what I was told it was stupid. The mayor's right to vote, we need to go over that. The employee discipline, we need to go over that. That was actually, at the last meeting, supposed to be an executive session because you said that we couldn't do anything with Tyra out here because of her employee status, although she's an appointed official. So the thing was, we're going to executive session with it, and it's not here. The other thing is the attorney for personal use signs for no recording, the CML training, the recall elections, Tyra's vacation, and the town clerk position that we voted on, not the administrator. None of that's on there. And then, even though these things are stupid, the things that you want to do this month, the A, B, C, and D, should be at the bottom of it, and let's do the things that we've neglected for the last 2 months first.
Well, one thing on the executive meeting with that, I will have to be, here present. The other stuff, we can go ahead and set a special meeting now to go ahead and discuss that, the other item,
You talk about all of the other items?
the ones you just mentioned.
Well, why don't we do these first, and let's have a special meeting for the other things since we're 2 months behind on it.
We need 2 months.
Well, from the first month in here, it was, what, April 25th? Whenever we first came in here. We've not finished the meeting since then, and there were agenda items that we didn't get to do. And I'm thinking that why aren't we doing those first? I know that you want these other things done, but the stupid things that we put on there, I want done, and I'm sure other councilmen want done.
Well, like I said, Vern, we can go ahead and set a special meeting now and go ahead and get those results.
Well, can the board take a vote on how we're going to do this? Because you've ignored all this stuff for 2 months, and it's things like the sound system being repaired. It's things like the hours of operation for the building here. You know, it's the fight we've been having for well over a year on the signs for no recording, which thankfully are down right now, but the council needs to vote on this. This isn't just something, I don't want it to pop up again 2 months from now and then those signs go back up. And it's been on the agenda 2 different months now.
What does the board think about setting a special meeting to address those?
I think we should address the whole list of issues first. And then these new items go to special meeting.
The ones that he's, describing?
No, the ones that are on the current agenda go to special meeting, and we should address the whole list ones first. For his request.
I make a motion that we address the old ones first.
I second.
I don't know if we can really deviate off of the way the agenda is written, or,
We amend the motion, amend the agenda. We did it last month and the month before.
no, like I say, we can set a special meeting for them.
But
Get
there's
it
a
done.
motion, Mr. Mayor, there's a motion and there's a second.
Well, go ahead and take a vote on it, but thing is that we gotta get this done, because we got a pretty big docket here.
We do, but the problem is three people in here try to control the whole council, and this is a vote of 6 councilmen, not 3 people who want to run this. It's 6 councilmen who vote for the different things. We have a motion on the table, we have a second, and it's to bring up the old stuff and set the new stuff for the special meeting.
Well, right now, we have a motion to accept the agenda as is for now.
But we're not
There's been a
accepting
motion and
it.
there's been a second on it.
But we're not accepting it as is.
Well, you have to take a vote on it. Right now, you got a motion of doing it and a second on it. So go ahead and take roll call for the agenda as is.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Well, I made the motion, I didn't realize, or that you had all that going on. I agree that we should deal with that. So I'm gonna say no.
Ms. Adams,
No.
Mr. Barajas.
No.
Ms. Gilman,
No.
Mr. Romero.
No.
Mr. Thorne.
No.
Okay, so what we'll do then, under, what was it, what was the one we did, 2000?
So last month, all of these that are on the agenda now were requested by Mr. Thorne, Mr. Barajas, Mr. Romero,
Okay.
to be put on the agenda. They were never addressed at the last meeting they had, we never got to them. So that's why they are still on this under new, is because they were on the previous agenda and they were never addressed at the previous meeting. So there was not new added onto this one except maybe a couple things, but these were all on the previous agenda for the previous meeting. And they were requested by you gentlemen.
I'd like to make the same motion that we bring up the other things that aren't on this, the old issues. Bring them up and do them first.
So you can amend the agenda and add them under old. Yes.
If you like. As long as we get them done before we go into all this other stuff.
Well, you can amend the agenda, state what you want to amend the agenda, and add, if it's an old item, under old.
You know what, they were new items that we never talked about, so, put them under old, put them under new, I don't care as long as we do them before we do all this other mess. Like to amend, I make a motion to amend the agenda to include into the old. Where do you go put them, and how should I do the motion?
You just have to amend the agenda that you want to add whatever items to the agenda.
And I want to amend the agenda to include the mayor's right to vote, the employee discipline, attorney for personal, town attorney use for personal use, signs for no recording, CML training, recall elections, and the town clerk on, and not administrator being voted on. And then that would bring E through K up to the top.
Well, I understand what the other one, you went too fast.
I got two of them.
Mayor right to
I
vote,
got that.
employee discipline, attorney for personal use, signs for no recording, CML training, recall elections, and the vote we made on the town clerk and not the administrator.
Okay, what's the amended agenda? We need a vote.
We need a second, right?
Second it.
Mr. Vernon made the motion.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Rojas,
Yes.
Ms. Galvin,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Thorpe.
Yes.
Yes, for the first one, the mayor right to vote.
Well, as long as that's amended, now we would approve the agenda, right?
Correct.
And then go into the rest of this before
We have a motion and a second.
that, on approval of agenda.
Yep.
No, we did a motion to amend the agenda. We have to approve it.
And I make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
I second it.
So they amended the agenda, and they approved the amended agenda. So we've already voted that you amended the agenda with your list, and you approved the agenda with that list.
Okay.
Approval of regular meeting minutes for April 25th, 2024.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes for April 25th, 2024.
I second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Rojas,
Yes.
Ms. Galvin,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Which one is this?
April 25th meeting minutes.
Yes.
Mr. Thorpe.
Yes.
Approval of regular meeting minutes for June 6th, 2024.
Motion to accept the June 2024 meeting as is.
I second.
I've got a couple of issues with it.
What's your issue, Mr. Romero?
Okay, on this seating of candidates. It states on here that I voted no, and Ms. Adams was,
Saw that. I read it earlier.
I voted yes on that.
We just make a motion to amend that and correct that on the meeting minutes.
Second.
What else, Mr. Romero?
On adjournment. Says the mayor pro tem made a motion to adjourn the meeting at 9:40 p.m., seconded by Ms. Luana. Mr. Ross and Mr. Thorne voted no. What did everybody else vote?
Everybody else should have voted.
I remember voting yes.
Shouldn't that be stated on there?
That was a motion passed, so. But you voted no.
Anything else?
That's it.
What's that?
I just reviewed the motion with the correction on.
Yeah. So I need a vote on June 6, 2024 meeting with the updates and changes to the agenda.
I make the motion to approve the agenda as corrected.
Second.
And we'll be approving the minutes first and then the agenda.
What's that, Mr. Romero?
Should the minutes be approved as amended first and then the agenda?
Well, that's why I just asked.
And I think you stated agenda versus minutes, so I think the motion was to amend the minutes.
Correct. So that's what I had stated, is that we'll adopt the agenda with the changes made.
The minutes,
The
not the
minutes.
agenda.
Minutes.
So,
Or first.
need a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem?
Yes.
Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Barajas? Ms. Gelman?
Yes.
Mr. Romero?
Yes.
Mr. Wood?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Yes. At this time, I would entertain a motion to enter into executive session.
I move that we enter into an executive session under CRS section determining positions subject to negotiation of contracts related to the pond augmentation project and of conferences with the town attorney and water attorney for the purpose of receiving legal advice on the pond augmentation project.
Mayor Burton,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Rojas,
Yes.
Ms. Gallon,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Gordon.
Yes.
Can I ask a question? What about the guest part?
There was nobody.
Who knows signed up?
Nobody said yes.
No, no, it's in.
Okay,
Okay, at this time, we need the audience to meet.
That's one of the first things I said on the
I could say something about it.
Like 18, 19, something like that.